Okay, so my research, should I say what my research is about? Okay, my research is about bird migration, especially swings and great cheek thrushes, and we look at the weather patterns to find out if like low and high pressure systems alter their migration patterns. So what I did for that is, I had to find out if someone already did it, like did the research. So I went to the Miami Library website and went to the database that I can't find right now. Here, to the database, and went to academic search complete just to find out if, like, to get tips, to find out what other researchers found. So I think I typed in migration and then I'm pretty sure weather and searched. And I searched for pretty new articles just because I wanted to have a technique that they use the same data I used. And I searched for academic journals. And then I really like the article from Pennsylvania. They just used the same idea like me. They had migrating birds. They didn't have the same, but it just gave me an idea that people use the weather data for migration patterns, so that I'm on a good track, that birds actually do migrate with the weather. And what I did then is that I used my data I have, like my banding data from 2004 to 2014, and I went to the Weather Underground website when it opens, and they have a tab that gives me historical weather. What's good? I search for Oxford, Ohio. I don't have my data now, so I will just use dates that I know that I had. So I'll just go into March, late March, somewhere around the 25th, 10 years ago, because I know I had 2005. And I search for that data, and then I scroll down all the way, and I find the pressure system, like what the pressure was on the day. And here, on the 25th, I had a high pressure system, and that's the day that the bird arrived, so that I banded the bird. So I'll write that down in my Excel sheet, and then I will take the day before, so I will take the 24th, and look what pressure system we had on that day. That was even higher than the day before. And I will look the 23rd, so I will take the 2 days before the bird arrived in Ohio. And I will write that down. It was still pretty high, with in the high 29. So I will write that down, and then I will do that with all my birds. And I have swingtons and gray cheek thrushes, and over the 10 years I have over 1,000 birds. So I have that for 10 years, and I do that 4 hours. And when we take the 16th, 2005, for example, I mean, the idea behind this is that I got all these days with all the data, like if you had a high or low pressure system, and I will put that into graphs and just see if we get more birds with a high weather, like high pressure system, or a low pressure system, so I can state in the end if birds migrate with high or with low pressure system, or if it actually even depends, or if they just don't care. And the articles I found before, like during the library side, most of them, like a raptor or something, they really like focused on big birds, and more if they have like hot or cold systems, like because they rise with the air. So I practically just found out that birds are dependent on weather and wind and temperature, but I have nothing about like smaller birds and if they migrate with high or low pressure systems. So the research helped me in the way that I know that, like what I already guessed, that birds are dependent on weather, but it didn't give me any help with my actual research. So all I practically do is work with the weather underground and my historical data to either support or decline my hypothesis in the end. That's all I do. It's not as exciting